Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Well, they wasted no time making sure that their star touched the ball and felt the game early.
And how about the defense? You've been game planning for this guy all week long. You knew they were going to feature him. The first play, you give up a play to him, that DC's over there scratching his head and saying some words that I can't say on the airway.
Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves for some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Valentine. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it.
A lot of things have gone right for this offense, but I think this quarterback right now is playing with a little too much confidence. He held the football way too long that time in the pocket, and he ended up taking a hit, which forced the incompletion. He's got to keep playing fast. The ball has got to get out quicker.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. conditions. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Oh, a lot of space. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Scott. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Under fire. Snags it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Looking to get it in. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through a tackle. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. With the catch, it's Green. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Looking to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Coleman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Scott. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Quarterback may change this route. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Knight. Floats it out in space. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Floating away. Looking down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. That's reeled in. It's Preston. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better.
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Number 17, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Simmons. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Finds his tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on third. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Wants to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Caught on the outside, it's Scott. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little.
Loose in the middle. He's at the touchdown, LSU. And here they come, almost all the way back. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Going to the ground. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. At the 20, he's got space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
Aggressive, man. This offense does not want to waste any time. They try to score quickly. 3 passing touchdowns in this game.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Motion from the back. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Knight. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Grab near the marker. It's Anderson. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On the move. Touchdown, LSU! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Fires to the middle. Got his man. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it. Got the 1st down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Coleman. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
With the catch, it's Simmons. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll move the tight end. Give to the running back. Running into the open space. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary.
Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the single back. And some room to work. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that #1 beside your name, and perhaps it... And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
That just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Now sliding to his left. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. LSU right back to the line.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority #1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Gets the back moving. Leaves it with the back. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. It was billed as a clash of heavyweights, but only one answered the challenge in this one. And now, it's not just that they lost the game. they're going to have to answer for the way they lost the game.
It's one thing to lose to a really good team. It's another thing to get blown out. And I hope the squad keeps together. I hope the leaders in the locker room stay together. They realize this is one bad day. This is not who we are. This is a really good football team. But we got some stuff we got to fix because we got to play this team possibly again and teams that are built like them if we want to win a national championship.
And I think the head coach of the former #1 team is going to have a lot of questions thrown his way because a lot of people can put talent together through the portal and through recruiting. But